Are you one of us? Are you one of us? Are you one of us? Mm-hmm. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the random live stream that happens at random times of the day, on weekends. I am the friend that wakes you up at 3 in the morning because I had a random idea. I am finally live. Just there we go. Also, I know I just started streaming, but I need to use the restroom real quickly. I will be right back. I am streaming. Okay, now I will be right back. I need to go use the restroom. Okay, watch the stream for me while I'm gone, guys. Please.
Don't mind that, my phone's just possessed. So, hello. I have been slowly diving into insanity and watching Markiplier's old Let's Play of Among the Sleep because I'm trash, and, yeah. I'm drawing something based off of the character I have. So that's what I'm doing.
Thank you, Bowels, for being inconsiderate.
Rest in peace.
literally the second I got
Don't mind
started.
my phone. My phone fucking exists.
Yeah, you're good.
My phone does that a lot. When I open Discord, it'll glitch and immediately call
Hmm,
whichever chat I'm in.
that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I just learned to not question.
Hmm, yeah.
Anyway, like I was telling the stream before you got back, I decided to watch Among the Sleep again.
Hmm,
Markiplier's Let's Play specifically.
mhm,
And I forgot how fucking creepy this game was. Pretty much you play as a toddler,
mhm. I know what Among the Sleep is.
and yeah. Gotta find the mom, who may or may not be dead, in a vicious hellscape that is my own mind. And because you know me at this point, you already know that the drawing that I'm doing right now is a character. This.
That one thing I drew.
I draw Teddy. I draw Teddy because Teddy's creepy as fuck. I love Teddy, don't get me wrong, but Teddy's creepy as fuck.
Okay, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of yesterday.
Falling in the bubbly water ends up killing you, man.
Hopefully we don't have a repeat of yesterday with the chat.
Well, did you? Which thumbnail did you use this time?
I
Basic
didn't.
gaming one? Well, they complained about like thumbnail.
Yeah. Because Gotcha sucks. Even though, you know, if they took one look at the channel, they would see I don't do Gotcha stuff.
Don't, don't even. Just let them be them. Let them be dumb. Don't get angry at it.
And then, of course, angst I made last night because, yes. AKA, me completely ignoring what happened in the future. Percy could be a good boy!
I'm gonna make him a good boy. Ben grabs a hammer and smashes it to pieces.
Because it's like,
Slowly picks up pieces, trying to glue it back together. Moment back together. Grabs the hammer again.
it's like, I haven't figured out Percy and Belial, I don't remember how his name is pronounced. I haven't figured out their relationship quite
Belial.
yet. Yeah, like, I haven't figured them out quite yet, but I do know that, like, Percy doesn't tend to take over very often unless, like, he absolutely needs to.
Or they haven't self-cared in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, like I said, an emergency.
But they haven't, but they don't so it's like, it's not really emergency. Yes, most emergency scenarios when others are around.
Yeah.
But if it's just them and Percy is not, like, seen Belial self-care, it's like,
What are you doing?
this is mine now.
Just like Belial sits down to get work done, even though they haven't self-cared in a while. Percy, what are you doing? Getting work done? No, what should you be doing right now? getting work done.
Getting
Listen
done.
here, you littles. You walk into that kitchen and get food right now, or I'm taking over.
But there's people in the house.
Just like
Your
if
point.
one of those people was Arthur. If you don't go up and get food, I will take over, march right up to Arthur, and tell him how you feel. I'll go grab some food. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
would you like the time? Oh, would you look at the time? I
It's.
gotta go eat.
I gotta go grab food.
So you know what's funny? I don't really draw children characters all that often.
Yeah,
So this is a new concept to me, drawing a child
yeah,
that isn't of the higher age of like almost teenager.
yeah,
Because I have to draw a toddler for this, because the kid in this game can barely walk.
yeah. For some reason, I don't really like children characters. Like, there are some exceptions to this. But, like, unless it's flashbacks, I don't tend to like children characters at all.
Well, for this game, I understand why you're set in the mind of a toddler.
Yeah,
It helps really well with the storytelling. Like, if it were any person over the age of like 20 doing this, I would be like, dude, what happened that caused you such emotional distress
yeah,
to make you go back to a child?
yeah.
Like, bro, you like need a counselor or
I just
you
realized
good?
another
You good?
Melanie Martinez song that would fit Darkwing. The Darkwing character I made, Hunter, is Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Just like any Melanie Martinez song exists. Darkwing Hunter. Why do I hear boss music? Why do I hear boss
Why do I
music?
feel existential dread?
Why do I feel existential dread?
Why do I No, it's just like any Melanie song. Why do I feel called out? I think that's the best foot that I've ever drawn. Because I usually draw shoes. I don't really draw bare feet.
Yeah,
I did quite well.
yeah.
What do I make the pajamas? The question.
I'm still proud of how these two's designs came out, though. Because the designs reflect
Just like,
personalities. If it would just. There we go. I especially love
just like
Axel.
Percy's a good person. I still love how it's just like, oh, Percy's a good person. He's
Mystery Ben.
misunderstood. That. Are you sure about that?
I'm gonna wreck it! Just like. The Percy in my AU was very different from Tannen. Also, I chose his name for a very specific reason. And there's one thing I love about Axel's design. Aside from the sauce, because, you know, yes. Because, well, it's a design thing that I don't get to use often because I do a lot of, like, animal characters. But like, I really like how Belial's mom and little sister came out. Wait, I don't remember now. Hold on, because I don't. Oh, I don't remember. I gotta stroll through my gifs now, because I know I saved it into my favorites. I'm just putting that in there so I can find it. My mind is telling me that Axel is older. Yeah, by a year. But
Well, it'd be funny if they were like.
Yeah, it's like.
It's like I'm older by 1 minute.
But like, I really like how the mom and older sister's design came out, or designs came out. Like, I feel like they really represent personalities. Because, the mom lets dad inside, as you do as a parent. And then Axel just looks extremely energetic. And then, like.
Was it just me, or as a kid, when you held your teddy, was it like you had one of your arms like holding onto your own arm while the other held onto the bear, or was that just?
I just held it under my arm, period. And I still do that. Although I've graduated to occasionally, like, arms crossed and head poking out.
I'm meaning like you have one hand over the chest of it, and then your other arm is like holding on your arm across the bear's chest. Or is that just?
I think it was just you. Yeah, but
Was
like.
I the only one who literally pretty much cradled my stuffed animals?
Mm-mm. Yeah,
So I'm the only one who.
but like. Percy for my AU is gonna be extremely different than Canon.
Weird. Just like, oh yeah, he's a good person. Then holds up a hammer. You? No.
Like.
Don't do that. But no. Loud
Like.
shattering
The
sound.
way I'm thinking about it is like. Obviously, Percy's gonna find some way to make up for the whole Lewis incident. But after seeing how, Belial's life was going, it was like, I'm gonna protect this. Just like, this is mine now. In a platonic way. Or non-romantic way, anyway. Their relationship is difficult to figure out. But, like, yeah. I guess the best way to describe it is their relationship is symbiotic. Like, Belial takes care of himself. Percy, takes care of him. Or, like, keeps him safe whenever danger arises. And it's like, most of the time when Percy takes over, like, it's not too easy to tell. Like, it all depends on, you know, how I believe people
Why
put
is
it
it that our
nowadays.
favorite types of games always revolve around child torment?
Mm. I guess the best way to put it is like when the easiest way to tell when Percy is taking over is if Belial starts to shift more to his color palette to Percy's. Like whenever he's
Oh, I feel
slightly
like the
annoyed,
only way
it's
to tell is because he
green
self-cares more. Like, when Lewis finally joins the group back, it's like,
just
no,
like
this is immense amount of self-care. Are you okay?
just like yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine, bro.
You're self-caring. You never self-care.
Just like yeah, no, I'm fine.
Who are you? And what have you done?
Just like I'm the same old good little sibling. Even though we're not related by blood, it's more of a friendship thing, but you know what I mean.
Who are you?
I'm
Just like already realized. Oh, what?
it's not allowing me to dismiss.
Doing it again?
uh,
I think it's this time lovely.
Lovely, we're streaming.
Misclick!
Uh yeah, but like
This is today. This is today.
at one point Percy would just like be taking over so that Belial could eat something, and it's like whenever he's in a passive mood,
The
it's
new
like the only telltale sign is green eyes, so it's like Lewis just walks in on
him in a
Belial
really
making a sandwich.
just like that's more than you usually. What are you?
Just like
I feel like little things. Like, oh, hey, guess what?
just like another thing is like
You're
the
not
voice sounds
doing what
slightly
you normally.
distorted, so it's like and then Belial always calls
Just
Lewis
like,
bro. So it's like, oh hi Lewis, how are you doing, bud?
just like, who are you and what have you done?
I am your sibling, what are you talking about?
Or not.
Yeah, I am. I've got the like red color palette and everything.
This awful greenish red is not their color palette.
Awful. I'll have you know I picked this color out, you heathen.
I mean, you matched the part, but I already know it's not you. Like, what makes you say that? You didn't call me Brogo like you always. And anytime I do try to get you to say my actual name, you refuse heavily.
Just like, I haven't been hurting him at all.
Just like, okay, so what if it's not fully him? Someone's gotta make him fucking self-care.
Just like,
You know what?
besides,
That's
it's not
fair.
harmful in any way.
It's self-care.
Aside from me occasionally taking over and beating myself over the head with a pillow to try and get him to sleep, but that's besides the point.
That doesn't hurt because it's a pillow. Nah, if he's having trouble sleeping and you're in control, you know what you could do? Fucking close his eyes. Forcefully close his eyes. What good would that do? You'll see. Go over to the couch and do it. Does eyes refuse to open after that?
I'm just imagining at one point Percy's just like, Belial hasn't self-cared in a while. Tate's over. Time to deal with something that he's been refusing to deal with. Oh, Artie!
Insert like struggle for control, like fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Just like goes over to Lewis and is like, hey, so you know how I've said I've been helping Belial self-care? Yeah. Whispers to him about the thing. It's like, I need your help to get that done.
Just like,
and it's like, okay. So we're just like ready to help.
so where's Arthur, by the way? I need him to be able to,
Oh, come with me, I know exactly where he is. Belial in the headscape, just like
just like, the two are constantly fighting for who's in control, just like, stop it.
Just like Lewis helps take over what other half is not being utilized. Just like, okay,
Y'all are being
that's
mean.
better. We're stating facts that need to be stated that should have been mentioned earlier.
Just like, I'm just visualizing it's like a mat. Like the inside is like a mat, like that typical setup. And there's like a microphone that Percy or whoever speaks into.
Nah, it's just like, and when you go into the mindscape at this point, you see Lewis just holding Belial back in a chair.
Just like insert
While the
streaming.
pilot is
No.
and it only appears internal streaming though, because they're not that close to the mic. It's like that, like it's the normal, like eternal muffle screaming.
Yeah.
That's all that it is. Because it's like, technically, it's in the back of their head.
Oh no. And I had Canon Percy as being super flirty too.
He wouldn't do it because of who it is. He would be pretty basic, like, alright. Now, I know you don't know anything about this. He'd also give himself away because it's like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't do that to Arthur. He wouldn't. At least the way you write him. He totally would. In canon. That's canon. Canon can go fuck itself.
Yeah.
As good as it is. Anyway.
Just like Belial trying to just like stop it, like no 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 no.
And it's not working because Lewis is holding the neck. And he's like, Arthur, we have something we need to tell you. What do you mean we? Did you not notice the green tint? The mass process brain here, like, wait a minute!
Just like, wait a second. Insert high pitched streaming, like from
oh
the
my god, you're
end
a fucking idiot.
Just like,
eternal screaming. And it's,
did you get new contacts or something?
are you really that? Just like wanting to say, are you really that much of an idiot? Literally touches his mechanical arm, causing it to slightly fizz out.
Just like, hold on a sec. 5 minutes later. Oh! Insert that stream from the end of the future.
Wow, you are really an idiot.
I haven't had my
I feel
coffee.
like
Give
he'd
me
be
a
more
break.
defensive though. He cares, so he'd be more angry than he is,
Yeah. Just like.
than he normally is.
Yeah.
So it's like insert reaming out here. You good now, bro? Like,
I
chill?
think I'm good.
Wait, why are you in control of them? What is your deal? What is your purpose? It keeps going off again. Oh boy.
Kingsman,
Insert
shut
Cersei
your
getting
pie
sick of.
hole.
I feel like you'd say something similar to Patton when Patton was
Shut your
referring to
ever-loving
Logan.
dog
It's like,
talker.
why? Because if you haven't noticed, you're losing self-care. Looking back to all the self-care things, they all had this greenish tint.
So why are you talking to me? Are you saying I need to solve? I could barely take care of myself.
Dude, yes, you need self-care, but that is not my issue right now.
Why are you here?
Just like slaps him. Get yourself together. Shakes head like, how does that work?
Just like,
Just
okay. Do you need
Percy
something important?
slaps him. Get yourself together. Him shakes head. Wait, what?
Wait,
Okay. You good? You good now? I think you're good
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Gonna keep talking? Or are you gonna let me finally talk?
You didn't go.
Okay. Okay. So, I've noticed that you've taken a interesting appeal to Lil here. Huh? Insert just face like, wait, what?
Are
Are you saying I'm noticeable?
you saying I'm that subtle?
You're very obvious, yes.
I am offended.
You literally just yelled at me for like an hour
Isn't that what concerned
without
friends
even
do?
letting me explain myself. No.
That's not what concerned friends
It
do?
would take like. No. You would have shut up after 2 minutes if it was just concerned friend.
Ah.
Wait, but I'm not obvious
I'm not
in
obvious in
general.
general, am I? Right, right. I'm not obvious in
Just
general,
like
right?
you. Yes, because being obvious in general does not indicate that you literally cannot stop staring every 10 seconds they walk into a room. Like, even now, you are staring very intently, and it's not because I'm talking.
Are you sure about that?
You have not once looked me in the eyes.
Would you look a creature in the eyes if it had glowing green ones?
They aren't glowing. Actually, looks at the eyes. They are not right now. What?
Huh?
Face just insert melting.
Just like. No,
I'm not
anyway,
obvious.
I'm not
He's like,
obvious.
I'm not obvious.
I'm not obvious.
Proceeds to point at picture of Leo that is in a heart photo on his desk.
It's a friendship thing.
That means nothing.
That means
Hearts
nothing.
that say love are not a friendship thing.
It can be a nickname.
Usually, when you love someone in that way, it's romantic. Because only people who are in like romantic type relationships call each other love.
Golly gee, would you look at the time?
No,
It's time for Arthur to
look
get
at
out of
this.
Dodge and Lock!
Trying to leave, just like his mechanical arm goes to open the door because
First.
that's the one that's not being held on to. Malfunctions. Listen here, Kingsman, you are not allowed to run away. Like, why are you bringing this up?
Why are you being like this?
Because you both have been awkwardly obvious about it for years. Wait, what do you mean both?
What do you mean, both? Hey, OP, what does
I'm
this
in.
mean?
No, it's pretty obvious. Like, just because he's the one in control does not mean he has full control over body or the brain itself.
Huh.
So, because, well, face would probably be red as fuck right now.
Yeah.
The main body's face is red as fuck. Just like, look at my face and tell me what you think it means.
Just like,
Looking at the face to see the bright fuck.
huh.
Like, are you saying they like me back?
Just like Belial internally screaming as loud as he can. No, no, no.
How? Fuck! Loud!
Just like, oh, I take it he's objecting to that.
Hang on. So, there's this fun thing that I like to do when characters possess others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's always fun because it's like one is in control, and then
The
since
other is
they're in
just,
control, they can do pretty much whatever they want.
oh,
And the fun one is the psych kiss, where it's like the person possessing kisses the person that the other likes,
oh
and then
no.
quickly switches to her post with.
Just like Percy. Oh, I have an idea.
And because he's the one in control, he can very obviously make it appear more like Leo normally.
Yes.
And he tells Arthur that he's gonna do this. Arthur, of course, is trying not to object too hard because it's like, wait, what?
I'm so confused. What is going on?
Because it's like he's not saying anything. He's just approaching very close, like uncomfortably close. And that means the face is just like, I did not ask for this.
I did not request
Percy, what are
this.
you doing? Why are you so close? Because I need you both to stop and just accept this. Accept what? Insert introduction here of the obvious.
Just like, nothing.
And because, the slowly shifting appearance to look more like Julio's actual appearance, like, you can see it on his face that it's just getting redder the more it actually looks like.
I'm just imagining the aftermath is just like after the shock is worn off. Belial stumbles and falls over before getting back up as quickly as possible, running off.
Well, wants to run off, but it's probably stopped by the door being locked. You are not allowed to run from your problems that easily.
Just like, Belial trying to leave, just like, I don't like this.
I feel like after that, it's just like the two of them, just like awkward relationship here.
Yeah.
Just like awkwardly holds hands and is close to each other, while Vivi and Lewis just like, that's painful to look at.
Why do I
They're
feel
being
like
so
Vivi would,
awkward
like,
about it.
plan something with Lewis where it's like, Lewis goes to invite Arthur out somewhere, and Vivi goes to Belial for it. And they set them up for a date.
I feel like Lewis would be like, we both have possession abilities. We could totally fuck with them.
Oh, we totally could.
Just like possesses the both of them into going on a date. Or randomly, for the fun of it, because like whenever like Percy's in control, it's like, well, they're together now. It wouldn't really be weird if I decided they're not doing this properly. Just like insert the flirtatiousness here.
Oh gosh, Percy is that one roommate who's like constantly like, so when are you two gonna actually become a
It's like
thing?
it's like no, to him they're a thing because that's what he's wearing. But now that they are, it's like I have more merit to flirt with him randomly for the fun of it. And it's like, oh,
Why do I feel
tell
like
me you did this to my
once like Percy would just like take over and be like, I've been going sorta mild. It's time to take it to overdrive. And just calls
nah,
Arthur
he
like
wouldn't go too
Screwdriver or
far.
something. Just like, hey Screwdriver.
Spits out whatever he was drinking. Whoa, bro, you okay?
Just like, you okay?
He knows that it's Percy doing this. He can tell. The green is not hard to hide. He can easily hide it. He just chooses not to because he likes the green color.
Yeah.
Plus, mixed with red is not that bad of a color palette.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna layer green over.
Yeah. Just like
Thing.
him, just like, okay, stop yearning. Belial.
No, I feel like
No.
he would do something like.
Oh, that felt.
Hang on. I feel like at one point though, he would just be like. I feel like there would be contemplating because like. You can't tell me that flirting with someone at one point does not lead to like. Shit, I think I might actually like this. No, that's illegal.
Just like, no. Do I actually like this person?
There's no way out.
No.
No.
No, it's just the tits that are wrong.
So pretty much it makes like a brown.
Ooh,
That's
brown.
yep. Green over red makes brown.
Mm.
It makes different shades of brown
Ooh.
depending on the green you use.
Yeah. Just like, oh goodness. Belial constantly just like,
And that's if you have it at half opacity.
Yeah.
If you have it at a higher opacity, it's like more of a greenish brown.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get what I mean. But I feel like at one point Percy would be like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Just like
There's no way.
Belial
There's
wakes
no
up
physical
completely
way.
in control one day and it's like, hey, OP, what does this mean?
Just like, guys, there's something wrong with Percy. He's been acting weird the past few days.
Just like,
What do you mean? He's not in control of anything.
just like, oh, Dolly, I haven't eaten anything in the past 8 hours. Guess I'm gonna go work
Nothing.
all day.
Nothing. Okay, I'm seriously
Just like,
thoroughly
Vivi, like, I'm
concerned.
sure it's not that bad. Belial. I haven't
He's the
eaten
reason
anything
I
in
don't
2
take.
days. I'm gonna go work all day.
Nothing. He's
I'm
what makes me self-care, Vivi. He's what makes me slightly functional.
He takes away my executive dysfunction. He
And
is
it's
what
just
makes me
like, at
function.
one point, it's like, and it's just like, okay, Lewis, I need you to go into my mind and see if you can find him. Just like, are you sure? Yes.
Yes, I am concerned.
Goes into this like mech thing, knowing that there's technically rooms for each person there. And it's like, goes to his room, knocks, just like, voice, I'm never coming out and you can't make me.
I'm not coming out and you can't make me.
What is your deal? I have no deal!
I have no deal. Shut up. There's no deal, no deal, no deal.
There's fucking nothing happening. You have no right to be here.
Nothing's going
What is?
on. Nothing's going wrong.
What? You have not made Belial self-care. If I make him self-care, will you leave me alone?
Just like, is there something up, bud?
Sure. Just like, sure. Just like, you know what? Sure. If you make Belial self-care,
I'll give you a break.
okay. Just like asks how long it's actually been since they've eaten.
Just like, how long has it been since they've eaten?
Just like, I don't know, maybe like 12 hours?
Just like, insert loud shout of, what? Just like, Belial. Why do I hear boss music?
Control was ripped wide at that moment.
Just like, okay, I heard Belial. Oh, God. Why does it feel like I haven't slept in a week? What is going on here? Just like, hi, yes, how long have I been out? How long has Belial been being horrible at taking care of themselves? What is going on here?
And Lewis, though, in the room, Arthur is nowhere to be seen. It's like, he's actually in the kitchen
Oh gosh, and I've got to
doing
go in
something,
there.
tinkering on the table, so it's just like, he walks in, starts doing the self-care thing, and I think out of just habit, because, you know,
Yeah.
Percy does flirting, it's just like, well, hello, phone. Yes, thank you for falling in my trash can. I don't need that, but thank you. And it's just like, as he's self-caring, it's like basic hug from behind that you do normally.
Just like,
And it's like,
Percy due
there you
to
are, Beth, they've
sharing,
been
like,
worried.
just like Percy sharing the same sleep deprived brain as Belial. Well, at least ask me out to dinner first.
Nah, he makes comments like that all the time. So it's like, it's normal. It's just normal. So it's like, they're just like, I've been worried about you, right? You haven't shown up in a while. Here's Arthur's voice, just like, insert just trying not to shriek.
That's nice.
I feel like he'd just be holding them, just like, in that affectionate way, because
Yeah.
it's like, it's still technically Leo. It's just another version. That's how he's thinking of it, so it's not weird in his brain.
Yeah.
So he's just like, soft mumbling.
Just like, oh.
It's just like being shown this level of affection still, even after being gone for a week. It's like, oh no,
I'm just realizing Lance finding out that
what?
Belial likes Arthur.
He
Oh,
would completely. I feel like he'd be even more confused if the ghost that ended up possessing him at one point into having the robot.
yeah. And it's like another way to tell that Percy is in control is like if the right leg is like glowing greenish. Anything glows green. Oh, hi, Percy. I thought I was being stealthy again.
The leg's glowing. Shake's leg. God damn it, go away, go away, go away.
Shut up.
Just like start shaking the leg. Go away, color, go away.
Just like, why do I feel like whenever it control switches, the light vibrates? So it's like a call almost. Just like light starts vibrating. Percy in control shakes it off to try to put like decline call, just like go away, go away, go away.
Just like decline, 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 decline.
Be like a call from pretend like your parents are calling and decline.
What if it's just stomping on the ground once is called, but doing it twice in fast sections?
Yeah. Just like. I feel like Belial could do it if Percy were about to take control, but he doesn't know. So it's like. When he finds out, it's just like. Really? Really now?
Insert leg starting to buzz.
Just like, hold on a minute.
Because anytime the leg started to buzz before, it was like, hit it once on the ground to make it stop.
Just like, insert hitting foot on ground however many times for decline.
Stops working after a while.
Hey, Ovi, what does this mean?
It means you're self-caring whether you like it or not. But it's just like, I feel like it's funny because it's like, when you are forced to be lovey-dovey with someone after a while, it's like, it becomes sort of natural to the point where it's like, insert actual feelings here, like, I'm just, I'm gonna sneak in here. Okay, this is my place now, I live here. Just like, loving this person, just like all your normal emotions sitting there, and then loving this person's just like, excuse me, sorry, yeah, I live here now.
Oh gosh. I'm just
But
realizing
this is supposed to be temporary.
before Belial, fully, transition, just 8 hours pass. Percy. Belial, not now.
Takes control instantly. Does it himself. Which is always awkward, but he just goes with it.
Just go with it, man.
It's always awkward, but it needs to be done, and they will do it themselves.
Just Belial, I take great care of myself. Anyone within a 12-mile radius. Ha ha! I laugh at your funny joke.
Just like,
I do!
Insert Percy, just like, I had to take off your binder last time. It was very awkward, remember?
Just oh gosh, Lewis going mom mode.
I feel like it'd be more like, I'm sorry, what?
Just
we literally share the same body. This is not new. We literally share the same body. This is nothing new.
Just
chill.
Belial. I just remembered I have to go deal with something.
No, our schedule is completely cleared up. You get back here.
No!
Take control and walk back. Everyone's just like, so how often do you have to do self-care stuff that would be probably the most awkward for someone else to do?
Belial. It's not that often.
It's actually extremely often.
I take great care of myself, thank you very much.
You have not eaten in the past 6 hours.
I've not been hungry, sir.
Hunger means nothing.
I'm not hungry.
But it's just like, so how often again? Oh, pretty often. Most of the time it's revolving around the hits binder. By the way, I have to go take that off. I will be right back.
Belial.
Squeaks eternally.
Just
Actually, as someone who wears binders, I will 100% tell you, when you hit your chest really hard with your hand, you can't feel it. Because the padding and the way the breast squished down, the breasticles squished down, makes it to where you can't feel it.
Just every
Feels
time.
like an actual chest.
Every time Belial keeps a timer. Okay, 15 minutes. Gets busy doing something that takes more than 15 minutes.
Has to.
I've had the system.
Forces him to pause work to take it off. Because control is taken, so now it's just commonly will take over to do stuff that has to revolve around sadly having to look your body in the face.
Just I feel like something that would at first confuse Lance to no end, but after a while he just gets used to it. Is Belial just quick, give me something that takes way longer than 15 minutes and absolutely for no reason unless it's the apocalypse be interrupted.
It's just gotten used to it. They always pause after 15 minutes, so it's like, what?
Just
You know, you always ask for this stuff, but you always pause after 15 minutes. What's the point? Why not just give you something 14, 15 minutes?
I want to die.
Well, I can't help you with that one.
Just like after every time. Belial. Hi, yes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom to stare into the wall and contemplate life choices. And maybe stare into the wall and descend into madness. Whatever my
Time to
brain
take off
chooses.
binder approaches.
Just like if Lewis were bad, like as a ghost, just like Belial for no reason. Hey, who wants to go on a road trip? No reason whatsoever. Just want to get out of the house, you know?
We literally just got back. Like, we literally just got back.
Just like I'm gonna head off into the woods to stream.
She's like, he'll never force me to take my binder off somewhere where people could see me.
Percy, you underestimate my power.
You underestimate the power of bushes. Takes control after the 15 minutes is up. Proceeds to hide in bush.
Motherfucker.
Just like, what's so important about taking it off every 8 hours? If you don't, you will break one of your ribs and it'll unalign itself. But yeah, that's a real thing. If you wear binders too long, you'll squish your chest so much that one of your ribs will pop out of place.
Ooh.
Like literally will fracture out of place and will not be able to be fixed.
Ooh.
Hence why he'd be so adamant to force it off. Because no, he's not risking it. But because Percy is still very much a guy, the chest dysphoria still exists.
Yeah.
So it's like him, not naturally a girl, so it's like
Look, hate this.
flat chest is one. Just like looking at self in the mirror, just like, you see these? I hate these. I don't want these.
Can we take a meat cleaver to these, please?
No, wait, that's just as dangerous. Fuck.
Just like why do I feel like Belial would just be extremely nervous about anything PDA wise that is more than just a hug or hand holding? Just like
I can't tell if that's a reference to trauma or just in general.
anxiety. Just like something good happens. Belial internally. No smooches. Insert fist bump. Oh, goodness. Who knows? I haven't figured out all of Belial's backstory yet. It could be more than anxiety. It could be just anxiety. I don't know yet.
Okay, but like, I still can't get over the fact that if it's like Percy had control before he realizes, wait, I think I might have feelings. It's like, we'll do pretty much anything. He will give such affection as kisses on the cheek, hugs, And pretty much anything that isn't, you know, directly that.
Yeah, no.
Because that's a no.
No, no. Just like
Anything but that.
anytime Percy is about to allude to it, Belial immediately is just like grabs by scruff of the neck in the mind state and just eats out of main, like, driver's seat.
He doesn't really. Okay, so he doesn't really. You know, he doesn't really mean it. He always says it as a joke.
Yeah.
And everyone knows he says this as a joke. He mentions that as a joke. And everyone knows. Hence why control is not taken right away.
Yeah.
But it's like those jokes literally vanish out of existence after he realizes, because, like, fuck that. And it's just like. It's like. At one point, Lewis like mentions, you know, I've noticed Percy tends to give Arthur a lot more affection than you. And it's like, wait, what do you mean?
Just like,
It's
what
like,
do you
what do
mean?
you mean by that?
I
Yeah, also, will give him like, he gives him the obvious hugs, but he also like will give kisses and cuddles and hears that stuff, and it's like,
just like,
wait a
gross.
minute.
Disgusting.
Like Percy gives him that type of affection? It's like, yeah. Why? I want you to think very carefully. Just like, I don't get it.
Insert internal Jeopardy theme. Wait.
And it's like him in control like the next day, doing the normal cuddle. Lewis knowing he'd probably be more like he'd probably say jokes easier.
Yeah.
Like if he were to tease them about like, you know, something that you can't normally tease Lyle about because, you know, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's like we'll say random comments like that. Percy literally fucking like yeah. Like, remember, he is not my boyfriend. He is with Belia. I'm just helping. I mean, that could have worked the first 2 days, but at this point, I don't really think you would need the help anymore. They still have not got past hand holding and hugging.
Now my mind is just going to like crap, like jokey stuff, and it's just like, cause Belial's, I keep having to check this. Right leg is robotic. It's just like one day, it's like somehow everything's going wrong for Belial, and it's like, Arthur, I'm sure everything's not that bad, right? Belial's right leg gives out, falls face first onto floor. I guess I'll die.
It's just doing the normal, like, twitching that robot legs do when they're broken. And it's like, huh. Don't think that's normal.
I don't think it's supposed to do that. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh,
but it's
just imagining the confusion of when Percy first got there is just like,
how long has Percy been here exactly?
timeline wise, it's like Percy hitched a ride on Belial like after the Lewis incident. So it's
Like
like,
right after.
yeah, just like,
So it's probably been about like 6
no,
years.
just like,
Hmm.
and then it's like, obviously, Belial freaked out, so it was like, should I tell everyone? But then it's like, wait, no one would believe me, probably. Just like, hey guys, a green giggly ghost hitched a ride onto me after our best friend sort of got the parish. Isn't that neat? And
I
it's like
feel like,
stuff with Percy first started off like typical prankster ghost stuff.
but after the like whole not self-caring for a while incident, it's like
Just
fish.
like the way Percy realized Belial wasn't self caring was like he wasn't
It was
reacting the same way he
late at
used
night.
to. Just
No, I
like,
feel like the first. So, kind of jokingly, I feel like the first time he noticed was like he took control late at night and noticed the binder was still on.
just like, well, not, this isn't normal.
You shouldn't have this on. You should have took it off like around noon.
Just like,
He's just like he's now internally debating. Do I take it off since I'm in control right now, and they probably won't if I give them back control? Like
I'm just
contemplating
gonna,
whether to take it off himself or not,
just
and
like,
he knows he shouldn't leave it on because that's dangerous. But like,
just like, yeah, I
you know
should
what? From this point on, I'm gonna make some self care. So you know what? I'm gonna take it off, and hopefully, and not just. I'm just gonna not look. I'm gonna take it off and just not look. Obviously fails at doing so because it's really hard not to look.
just like, ah, I hate this.
Just like insert aggressive chest dysphoria instantly. What is this feeling?
Why do I hate myself? Why do I hate this?
Anyway, back to like joking like relationship bullshit stuff. Because yes, I feel like after the like first few days, everyone's like, "Aw, that's funny." He's helping them, just like helping them try to ease into the relationship more. Just like after a while.
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel like there's something more going on.
Just like Vivi pulls out like one of those rolling whiteboard walls and just starts making a conspiracy theory board.
While telling Viola, oh, well, Percy's not like in control, and it's like, fuck.
Thank you for coming to my
Vivi,
TED
you're
Talk.
thinking. I feel like you're taking this far too seriously. I think he's still just trying to help us ease into the relationship because we haven't gotten past the holding hands and hugging.
So why haven't you done anything about it? You fool.
I ha-
I don't want to.
Just like try kissing him once, just once,
What
and
if I
we'll
do it
see.
wrong?
There's no way to kiss wrong.
What if I make up a wrong way to do it?
Let him take the lead.
Just like, and then everything will catch a blaze.
Arthur may be dumb, but I'm pretty sure he knows that there's no wrong way to kiss.
Just like. I'm just imagining Mystery at one point just gets tired of it and just like shoves Belial into Arthur, just like, I'm done with this. Eh.
Insert accidental kiss bullshit here.
Belial, as soon as shock wears off. I'll be right back.
I feel like because of how Arthur is, he would have melted into it pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
So there would not really be a way to leave.
Yeah.
Until you melt into it yourself.
Just like. Oh.
I feel like if you walked out at this moment, it would just be like, don't scream, don't scream, don't ruin it, don't ruin it, don't ruin it.
Belial after everything's worn off.
Goes to the room, just full on scream.
Just like, would you excuse me a moment? Cuts to Belial screaming in the forest. Would you excuse me a moment?
I want to talk. Just like talking to the afterwards, and it's like, I fucking kissed him. I mean, that's a good thing.
Just like, Belial, I think I'm gonna faint. Hello, lovely. Lovely.
You're fine. It's. Hello?
Lovely has joined.
Hello.
Belial would have a freak out though. Like 100%.
Percy finally calms them down, and it's like, remember, you like them. He likes you.
Just, yeah, I know, lovely.
Kissing is a normal thought. And it's like, yeah?
Just like, Belial, oh, I think you're gonna faint.
Look at me in the eyes. You are fine.
Why does my face hurt? Just like, Belial, why does my face hurt? And I think Sam has died. Worry about the future. Okay, yep, Sam died. Yay. Thank you, Discord, for dying.
The word broke or no one is responding for a reason.
Yeah, Discord died. For you, at least.
Anyway, it's fixed now.
That's good.
But it was kind of just, you're fine.
Just like,
Kissing isn't
my
all
face hurts.
that. Look at me. Are you breathing?
I don't know.
You gotta keep doing it or you're never gonna get past this, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die.
Nope, 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 nope.
If I have to keep forcing you to kiss, I will.
No.
Just like after a while. Like say at one point they do get okay with kissing. Even if it's just for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like the basic pet.
Yeah.
It's just like at that point, I feel like there's something else going on here.
Just like,
Vivi at the conspiracy theory.
I'm just imagining, like, after a while with each smooch, it's like the wheel vibrates slightly because they're trying not to, like, stim in front of everyone because, you know, no.
That's a heavy amount of electricity that just shot through them.
Just like, after a while, baby. You vibrate after every smooch. Are you okay, bud? I'm fine, yeah.
It's called stim.
Totally normal.
It's called wanting to stim. The only one who doesn't do it is literally Percy when he's in control.
Yeah. Just like, no, everything's fine, baby. Just like, everything's a-okay, baby.
I feel like at one point, Arthur would be like, brings something up to, like, Belial about, like, have you noticed how Percy acts when he's in control, or is it just me?
I try not to question it.
Like, he gets really affectionate.
I don't know, man. I've been haunted by him for like 6 years or so now. I've stopped questioning whatever he does.
Just, like, decides to bring it up. Just like, hey, you seem really affectionate. Is there a reason for it? Percy needing to make up an excuse, like, well, you guys don't really, act normal.
Do much couple
I
stuff,
want at
so
least a little bit of normal. Huh?
just like you guys don't typically do much couple stuff, so I'm helping move the train along.
You do notice that we've started kissing more, right?
Yeah, all
Wait,
part of
you
my
have?
grand plan.
Just like, shit, wait, they have?
Wait, you have?
Did you not notice or
Apparently not.
something? You know what? Great talk, bye!
Yes, right on by, but you'll get back in here.
Oh wait, hang on. Just like said something. Oh wait, it's time to go take off the binder. Gotta go! Which actually wasn't a lie, but it was the only thing you could think of to get out of there.
Just like,
Goes and takes it off, much to discomfort to the both of them.
just like, oh, goodness. Yeah, that feeling of that never goes away, okay. Oh, now I'm just imagining wholesomeness like before the Lewis
Anyway,
incident, and it's just like, oh, wholesome brother, Big Brother Lewis content. Oh, just like, I feel like the main one before the Lewis incident, when Belial, you know, was like, hey, this is me now. Like, I feel like Arthur wouldn't have slipped up much because his nickname for Belial typically was like Bud or other gender neutral nicknames. So it's like, meh. As long as I don't use any feminine nicknames, I'm fine. Just like Belial telling the mystery crew, just like pre Lewis incident, just like, So, just like not knowing how to word it, just like I how how does one phrase this?
I will say one thing though.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like Lewis would just know and would instantly just like he would notice the first time he used like a feminine nickname. It's just like
Just like
body
insert
seems
slight,
to reject.
just
Yeah,
like
nope.
slight flinch slash tensing up, just like yeah, bro, what's up? Just like and again, my headcanon of Lewis knowing like name meanings is like Belial. Insert name here. Interesting choice.
Hmm. I don't know if it's just me,
Hmm.
but like I feel like at one point Arthur would be like, you know what? I'm gonna test like I'm gonna test this and see if like Percy actually likes me. He was like, okay, so I need to test this because like at this point this is just too much of a conspiracy. Um, and then he's just like sets up the normal like cuddle night where they'd like cuddle and
Yeah.
watch a show.
Yeah.
But it's like afterwards instead of the normal like pack up, go back to what they were doing beforehand, it's like he sits there a little longer. It's just like Percy like, something wrong. And he's just like, no, nothing wrong. And they just sit there awkwardly for like, I don't know,
Oh, Arthur would use so
time.
super cheesy nicknames.
Huh. Friday, November 13th is the end of Unis Honest.
Ooh,
We have 12 days. Anyway, besides that point of Unis Honest being gone,
just like
um,
Arthur would most definitely use cheesy nicknames. You cannot tell me otherwise.
I feel like his first test would be to see how Percy reacts to just a sudden kiss instead of like, you know, like him starting one instead of himself starting one, because it's like when it comes to those two, Percy's usually the one to initiate the kissing.
Yeah.
But when it's like Belial, Arthur's the one who initiates it
Yeah.
most of the time.
Because Belial is too anxious to do. Just like they'll make eye contact. And Belial will immediately just like, nope, 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 I'm not doing this.
But it's like the first time, like, Arthur initiates the kiss, it's just like, Percy straight up freezes, because it's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Like, Percy was not expecting this. And it's like, huh? And it's just like, about, like, waiting to see if he'd melt into the kiss at any point, and it's just like, after a while, he does, because, you know.
Yeah.
That's the normal thing to do, right?
I think.
So, he, that was the first test.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, and like, the second test is to see if him getting hurt would require, like, an actual reaction.
Yep.
Because we all know how
Yeah, that's...
Lyle would react. Like,
Yeah.
insert a huge amount of worry here.
Yeah. There we go. Don't mind me casually making edits to a thing because the inside of the oranges weren't bright enough for me to be happy with. It was too dark. I think. I haven't had oranges
But, like, it's like him accidentally, like, while cutting veggies, slightly cuts his thumb. And Percy overreacts. Like,
in a while.
so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think either of them were expecting how quickly he was there.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
I love how it's just like me. I'm done with this art thing. My brain. What if bandana though? I cannot rest.
And I feel like after like the third test, it's just like, tells Phoebe. Phoebe's immediate response. So he does like you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. Just gonna keep going along with it? Obviously.
That looks good.
It's like, why would I stop everything now? It's like, it's fine by me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and plus, I already think of him as another version of Lyle. I would just accept that. And it's just like, okay.
and then it's just like
There we go.
after a
That's,
while it's brought up like
that's
by
fine.
like I don't know.
Because everyone must have bandana.
I love how we're talking about something completely different than what you're actually
Supposed to be doing.
drawing.
Oh,
Anyway, we'll
and now
move.
coming up with next.
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh no.
I gotta do a thing.
Hmm.
I gotta go do a thing. I will be back later,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully.
Yep.
Bye, lovely. Bye, Hunter.
Boing.
Okay. Bye, lovely.
Yeah. Okay, so gotta remember what I've done. You're good. There we go. Oh, I just got an idea. Yep, I know. Just pretend that that's what that looks like a diamond. The pin's shape and contents have symbolism. A little heart and a little diamond. Because yes. I like how this is coming out. Ignore any music from outside, that's just neighbors being loud. Which is a little annoying. Like, neighbors, could you be any louder? Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying not to do too much art stuff because I've been working pretty hard on the thing I uploaded yesterday. So I'm still sort of recovering from animating that. Even though tomorrow I'm gonna go back to animating because that's what one of my classes is. So I need to do that. But yeah. We've just been doing like relaxation streams for the past few days. Which is good, because even though it's gonna take a while for me to realize it, or accept it at least, I need to start getting better about taking breaks. Like, I'm horrible with doing it, so the more relaxation streams get done, the more, like, I'll get used to taking breaks. And the less, like, I'll feel obligated to get work done. Because that's what my mindset is right now, because my brain is just blah. But yeah. Relaxation streams are good for me because they're helping me get used to taking breaks. Because typically I'm a workaholic. Which is not good. And I'm trying to get out of that typical, like, your work is your worth, like, mindset. Because, you know, school system exists. But, like, yeah. Relaxation streams are good for me. Even if I want to get work done, like, sometimes I should do just pure relaxation streams. Where, like, a little bit of work is fine, but, like, it's not dedicated to getting work done. And it's like, even if animating and digital art doesn't feel like work to me, it's still making something, so it's sort of work still. So, you know. Yeah. It's fun, but I still need to be mindful and, like, not overwork myself. Because overworking is bad, and it's how you get burnout. Which I think I went through, like, once. Either that or it was executive dysfunction. But I was not happy. So either this year or New Year's, like, I'm gonna improve on my work ethic, I think.
Hunter, I'm gonna say this flat out. Your work ethic is already amazing. You just gotta get good at taking breaks, because
Yeah.
breaks is what you're really bad at.
Yeah. Like, that's something
like,
I'm working on getting better at.
Yeah. What I would suggest doing, because I know you're not the best at relaxing sometimes,
Yeah.
and I understand that. Neither am I. But here's what you would do.
Like, and then I feel like, even though I know I worked a lot, like, I feel a little, I wouldn't say guilty, but I would at the same time, that, like, I don't upload much, even though I say I work a lot.
You work a lot, like, on your Tumblr posts and stuff. 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm helping my mom cook dinner, and she just wants me to do this one thing.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I'll be right back.
Yep. Gotcha.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
I'm
back.
back.
Yeah. And there goes a fire truck.
I'm working on a Mystery Skulls design.
Oh.
I'm working on the Mystery Skulls character design.
Yeah. I'm proud of that thing I did last night, though. Yeah. Yeah, but like, funny thing, I used to be the exact opposite for my work ethic. Like, I would not work on
I
anything
can't
at
even
all.
imagine that.
Like, I would not work on anything at all. I would do anything I could to get out of getting work done. And then anxiety started, like, knocked on my door and delivered itself, and I was like, oh, there's no return address on this. There's no return to sender
Well,
address
guess
on
I
this.
die.
So, like, it's like,
I need to turn down my mic volume because if I get close, it gets loud and I can hear it through
yeah,
speakers.
yeah,
Better.
but like, oh, yeah. But like, I
I didn't
used
want to
to
have
not,
bursting your ears off.
I used to not be a workaholic. I used to be the exact
No,
opposite.
I can't imagine that. That's a shocker.
Yeah, me too. It's a shocker to me too, because it's like, I don't remember what flipped that switch of me to like start caring more about work stuff. But I do. And mom come pick me up, I'm scared. Cause it's like,
That your work ethic has improved.
yeah, my work ethic has improved vastly. Cause when I mean I would try anything to get out of work, I mean I would try anything to get out of work. Then I became a teenager.
I everything went to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really weird how my work ethic just changed one day. For no reason other than I just became a teenager and like
Your brain was like, well, this doesn't seem to be working. Time to make your life miserable.
like it's not as bad as it used to be, but like I would get incredibly anxious if I wasn't getting any work done. Like if I wasn't working on something. Like even if I was done for the day with schoolwork, my brain would still be like, you're not working, you're slacking off, you're doing it wrong. Which is horrible.
Don't do that, kids. It's bad for your mental state.
Yeah. And then whenever stuff that would like that I had no control over would pop up and like prevent me from working. Now, some of you may not know
Life
this.
stuff existing.
I'm a control
The
freak.
life stuff existing.
So if I don't have control over something, anxiety's gonna happen. Whenever stuff that is out of my control happens, and I can't, deal with it because it's out of my control, my anxiety starts to go haywire. And after the anxiety goes haywire, if the thing I have no control over hasn't been fixed or changed, I will start to go into shutdown mode, which is when, like, listing off a few of the things I can remember when I go into shutdown mode. I
I've
cannot
seen
talk.
you go to shut down mode before.
Yeah, I cannot
You
talk.
start freaking out.
My anxiety just goes through the roof. Shut up, iCloud problems. My anxiety goes through the roof. I can't talk. I like all my emotions like just start to get cloudy. And it's not fun for anyone involved. Thankfully, I've started getting better about it.
I saw you go into shutdown mode. I remember when you went into shutdown mode around me, and I started freaking out because I wanted to help.
Yeah.
Didn't know how though. So
Yeah.
that started freaking me out.
Yeah. And it actually recently happened again, but it wasn't as bad. Because my right eye started hurting for no reason. And it's like, typically I'm not that sensitive to pain. When my right eye started hurting, I had to ice it. It's better now, but it still has a little bit of pain if I rub it, like, the wrong way or whatever.
Yeah, when we were at the my cabin, did you go into shutdown mode then? Like when we had that
I did, yeah.
thing?
Yeah, I did. Funnily enough, that wasn't my worst shutdown mode.
Yeah. Shutdown mode once at Hacker Lab because you got too stressed out.
Yeah. And because my iPod wasn't functioning properly, like the home button wasn't working.
And that probably freaked you out as well.
Yeah, because music is my coping mechanism for whenever, like... Because even though it wasn't really bad there, I still had a little bit of social anxiety. So, like, music is typically my coping mechanism for that. And when I can't have that, it's a little, yeah, I freak out. And
I
then
have
it's,
a
yeah,
decent amount of introverted friends,
yeah,
including you and Sam.
yeah.
So I've seen people go into shutdown mode. I still don't know how to deal with it well, but I try to
Yeah,
by getting most people to leave them alone.
yeah. Like, I've got to remember, like, whenever I go into shutdown mode again, like, what I do to calm myself down. Typically, I just listen to music or, like, watch YouTube or, like, draw or whatever. But if I'm not near any resources to help me with that, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be talking for a few hours or days, maybe. Or until it's been dealt with. Which is why my iPod and laptop are some of my most precious things to me. Because they
Also,
have
it's good that we figured out what the sweet voice was.
Yeah. Yeah, the sweet voice as well from Half-Life VRAI is really helpful for that. Because, like, I even made up some of my own for stuff that I couldn't find. Like, one is golden to orange, too much stimulation. What else? Too loud is red and orange. Too bright, turn off a light is gold. Too cold is light blue. Need room to think, ruby to pink. Too little stimulation is black. And then, like,
And I
etc.
try to like I'm better at social cues,
Yeah.
which is a blessing that I'm good at social cues because then I can know like, okay, well, shutdown mode has activated. Help friend.
Yeah.
Because that's
The
how my
one
brain goes. It
social
goes
cue
like,
I can sort of get is
yeah.
discomfort.
Oh, my neck just got snapped.
Yeah, but like, the sweet voice is one reason why I'll always hold Half-Life VRAI close to my heart, because it helped me find another way of communicating, and it also helped me through a not so cash money time. I am never saying that again. Not so good.
What do you mean not so passionate? What happened?
My brain was just not being nice to me. It was being rude.
Here, have a Benry.
Yeah. But like, and then Half-Life VRAI. Yeah, it helped me through some not so good mentally mentally and emotionally times, which is why I'm so, you know, attached to it. And it helped me find a way to communicate when I can't words.
That time that your mic cut out.
Hmm?
Your mic cut out.
At what point?
Like you said, not doing good mentally.
Uh,
Thing.
yeah. It helped me when I wasn't doing good mentally or emotionally, and it helped me find a new way to communicate when I can't words. Because
To be
words are
fair,
hard.
wording is hard.
Especially when I'm in shutdown mode. Which, while it doesn't happen often, it's always jarring to have it happen. Which is why I'm, like, so attached to, like, Benry. Because I see a little bit of myself in him. Because, you know, people are horrible sometimes. Like, I'd have to rewatch Half-Life VRAI. But from what I remember, like, the way people treat Benry reminds me a lot of, like, how people feel about, or how people treat ADHD-ish. Like, some portions of it. Yeah. And then it gave me some really good laughs, so that's a plus. And then from what I remember with Tommy, it actually had some good, at least from what I can tell, ADHD rep. I don't think, aside from once, but then they changed Tommy's treatment in the series entirely, from what I remember. Tommy was never the butt end of jokes. Which, because I can see him as having ADHD. I appreciate that. Even though at this point any ADHD like rep is good, is appreciated rep at this point because there's not much of it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I've also gotten a lot of good story ideas from it as well. So that's also a bonus. And I think around the same time I discovered Half-Life VRAI, I also discovered, like, something else that really helped me out when I was not good, happy mood. Don't remember what it is, though. It's gonna come to me later. And of course, Darkwing's always gonna hold a special place in my heart because I grew up with it, thanks to the parentals.
Black literally vented into cams when I was camping it.
Oops.
Black vented into cams And like, bro, did they add a thing where crewmates can vent because he wasn't the imposter, even though he literally popped out of a vent? Might have hacked the game so he wasn't the
Yeah, that's
imposter
weird.
anymore. But like, how would that?
It's weird, like, remembering back to when I was a kid. My favorite Darkwing villains are the same as nowadays. Like, I've just always enjoyed, like, voices already being weird. But, like, I've
You've
always,
always enjoyed villains.
I've always enjoyed, like, Megavolt, Quatterjack. Always Quatterjack. Never stopped. Nedadut, Bushroot. And I feel like there's someone else. Steelbeat was another good one. There's probably someone else I'm forgetting.
Liquidator?
Liquidator was always a treat, yeah. Liquidator. I feel so bad. I am so sorry. Yeah, but like, I've always enjoyed the villains because they're, aside from being extremely fun, just like personality wise, and they were always super quirky. Like, just the designs as well were super cool. And I've always enjoyed Negatron's design. Aww. Yeah.
I like that some people give Benry blue. I don't know
Yeah.
why I can see. Like.
Yeah.
Yellow eyes. It's just more. Less monstrous.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have naturally yellow
Yeah.
eyes. And blue eyes are one of the more common eyes.
Mhm.
Not as common as brown, but
Yeah.
like it would just be like, oh, like one thing that I know is that when people have more weird colored eyes, it's more likely for them to be a villain.
Yeah.
Like green eyes are less common than
Yeah.
blue eyes, and purple eyes are pretty much the rarest eye color, other than maybe like albino.
Yeah.
Oh god, I got one in electrical.
I know that, like, even though Quackerjack is a
Imposters.
villain, always given him blue eyes. Like, this is the first reference sheet I can find of Quackerjack that I have on my flash drive, because I made reference sheets. Contrary to popular belief, I swear I made reference sheets. It's sending through slowly but surely. And even, like, in the second variant in that, his eyes are still blue, showing that, yeah, he's, you know. No, wait, never mind. His eyes are not blue anymore. I gave him the, Jim Starling becoming Netadot eyes. But, like, in his happy, upbeat Quatterjack form, like, before he goes more into comic Quatterjack territory, his eyes are blue. To give off that, like, to me, blue eyes always show, like, upbeat and happy. Friendly, yeah. Like, even without the blue color bias, like, Blue eyes just seem friendlier to me. And, like, I remember once I toyed around with the idea of giving him, like, brown eyes. But then I realized that wouldn't quite. Because I'm a huge. If it doesn't look good with the color palette, it probably won't work. It didn't quite work with his color palette. So I was like, blue it is. Oh, and it made sense anyway. Because his typical costume color is red and purple. So blue in there,
Why
like, sort
is
of
mystery sauce so
made
cool?
sense. Right? It's so good. Yeah, but like. And then even with Bushroot, like, I gave him blue eyes because A, he canonically has them, and B, like, don't get me wrong, Bushroot has committed crimes. But they're not typically as bad as, like, Neduduk or anyone else's. So he's still got that, like, soft side to him. Especially when it comes to plants. And I don't think I've drawn Medivolt without his little goggles. But if I were to draw him without his goggles, I'd maybe, like... I'd either give him brown eyes, or, like, heterochromia with, like, brown and blue, maybe?
Yeah.
Because it works with his color palette.
I used to hate my eye color.
Really?
I thought, why couldn't I have a cool eye color? And yeah, and now I'm over here like, well, I always like to say I don't have normal dark brown eyes. I have chocolate red brown eyes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because I have a very, very red brown.
Yeah.
Bro, red's hacking.
And another thing, like, with Negaduck, I gave him green eyes, because typically with Disney stuff, green means bad. So that's sort of, like, why I chose that.
Yeah, so one thing, want me to tell you the reason why I'm not so subconscious of my eye color anymore? So like there was this thing that I read on Tumblr, funnily enough, and it was like, and it just said your eyes, her eyes are blue, yours are brown. Hers represents the ocean. Yours represents the ground. Uh, I gotta find it. I saved it. I have it somewhere. Give me like a second.
Yeah,
It
but
was
like,
a video.
typically with eye
And I found it
colors,
on
it's like, it
again.
either fits the color palette, or it has some symbolic meaning. The one character whose eye color I did not change is Liquidator, because, you know,
I
he's
found
made of water.
the TikTok that it linked. I found a TikTok that it linked to.
Yeah.
Because it linked to a TikTok, and I'll send it through.
And I'll check it out later.
Because, you know, we don't.
Want to risk anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but like,
there it is.
yeah.
Technically, it says, like, and and I kind of remembered the words, and it says, and it technically, she starts saying, "You've always hated your eyes, but yours eyes have a hint of gold so rare that no one could take that away from you because the earth literally makes the riches in the ground.
Yeah.
So even though I have brown eyes, it just represents the riches of the world, and that made me feel better about my eye color.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will be like, "Oh, why aren't you this eye color?" I can't change that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, I feel like if Quadrajet's color palette were a little different, he would look good with brown eyes. But me personally, I feel like it breaks it up too much. Like, the only color close to brown on his color palette is, like, the orange.
I mean, kind of either the red or the orange.
Yeah.
Brown is closer to red than it
Yeah.
is orange.
Yeah. Yeah, but like... And then with... I gotta check her reference image again. Yeah, with Hunter, like... Most of the time, her eyes are like a darker grayish blue. Or like some form of a grayish blue because A, that's an eye color that fits her color palette, and B, it also speaks
Yeah.
like what kind of person she is. Like, to me, whenever I see gray, I think tired, worn out, etc. And she is exactly like that. As what's like with Hunter as a kid, like her color palette is a lot brighter because she's a kid. And as a kid, your view of the world is optimistic.
And then you turn into a teenager and everything goes wrong.
Yeah. And again, like,
Done
didn't
with the
notice.
character things.
Aww, that's adorable.
I noticed that green was not a color that was taken, so I was just like, hi.
Yes. Yeah, but like, I can't remember if I've said it before, but like, when I was properly developing Hunter's backstory, I forgot about Gosling's situation.
Yeah.
And like, the difference in their upbringing really shows with how they act. And I really want to draw something like showing the difference between how they grew up. Because it's like,
Also, it is almost 4.
yeah,
I would suggest ending stream.
yeah, I'll end it at 4. But like,
Okay. You got
2 minutes, which is a good enough amount of time. But like, I'm just gonna need to remember for the adoptive parents of Hunter, like, to keep their color palettes darker, I guess. Maybe like darker and duller. Because, like, hold on a second, I have a good thing. Right over Like,
Give me a second. I'm gonna do a color palette.
more darker and duller compared to, like, I have a good this is the only reference image I have of Drake and Goslin, but, like, to, like, show the stark difference between the parenting styles, I guess. If Discord would load it. Like, Drake has a bunch of color in his color palette. Hunter's adoptive parents, Kurt and Heather, were. They fulfilled, like, the legal ramifications for parenting. Like, they were there physically, but not emotionally. Which is going to be reflected in, like, color palette and design, sort of. But yeah. Just, like, that difference in parenting sort of makes sense as to why Hunter would become a member of the Sinister Six. I almost said Fearsome Five again. Oh, yeah, that works. Also, it is 4 o'clock,
I
so
mainly did teal, dark red, and darker.
yeah. It is 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna call that it for the stream.
And purples. And then I wanted to do like which one of the parents is the better parent? Is the better parent? I'm just wondering. I added a tiny bit of warmth in the last 3 colors.
Yeah.
So you would use that for the parent twos a little more there.
And I'm gonna really
I'm going to copy this link and paste it into.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to call on?
I'm gonna end stream really quickly.